Hello everybody, it is Dynabro007 and I'm here talking about some pretty interesting stuff. Because we just got 2 updates, like in one day, about the new stuff that's coming to Jurassic World. And of course, what is everyone doing? Getting caught up in the hype and not actually thinking about how this could be. It was like, oh my god, this is so amazing! Oh my god, this is awesome! Woo! And it's like, guys, you do know this is Ludia we are talking about. The $100 Mosasaur pack, the VIP, the charging you $60, they're charging you, what was it? $40 for 3 months? These are the kinds of people we're talking about. We have to realize that they can and will mess things up real bad, so we need to think about how they can do this. Before we just jump ahead and start freaking out, we need to think about what this could mean in a bad way. I'm just trying to be realistic here. I'm not... And this is how it really was. Like, I think I mentioned before. It doesn't matter though. It's just like, you know, everyone else is getting caught up in the hype for Jurassic World when it came out. And I was the only one seriously criticizing it. Everyone was getting pissed at me now, and once the hype settled and laid down, everyone realized that I was right. Everything I was saying was correct. So, I mean, you know, just stop getting caught up in the hype, calm down, and examine this. So we got the first example here, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. It is a trade harbor. Now, first off, I'm trying to figure out where that is relative on the map. I'm probably going to pull up my game, and I'm going to check right now, but... let's see here. I think I might actually open up Jurassic World in the background while I'm working here. But, now we can see that. Now let's try to think. First off, that's a new character, and she has... Now I realize something, she has the same kind of raptor claw that Grant had around his neck during, he had that around his neck during the movie, or the first movie. He didn't have it around his neck, actually, he had it in his pocket, right? I'm not remembering where he exactly had it, but he had that same kind of black raptor claw around his neck, which is pretty interesting. Now, we have to think, because this is Ludia, having a fair exchange of goods, that doesn't sound like them. Of course, it could just be me. Now, I'm gonna probably have to log back in here because every time this app opens, it crashes once. Okay, but, so we gotta think. What we gotta hope for is that the exchange rate is fair and forgiving, because we cannot have a system where it costs 10,000 coins to get 10 DNA, which is a perfectly viable thing that Ludia would do. And if you don't think they would, you haven't been playing Jurassic World for long enough. Okay? They will do this. They can and will do this. Is it the app crash? Sorry, I'm just trying. I just want to find out where it is on the map, because we can see it right here. It's on a beach. That much is enough. It is a trade harbor. That's interesting. It's called a trade harbor, but that looks just like a parked boat. Huh. Now here's another concern I had when I first saw this. I saw this and I was worried that it would be a fixed kind of thing. I'm going to explain to myself what I mean by a fixed. What I mean is that every day there are certain deals that are given to you. So like you see this one here, 5,000 food for 300 DNA. Like that would be one of the selectable deals for the day, and you could do that one like just once or whatever. I know that's a little bit strange, but I was put in mind of more of other types of games like these where they have shit like that, and like they have like a job board or something that has a certain amount of things, like you give me this and I'll give you this. There's like exactly what's going on here, like a trade of goods, and it's what's going on right here. And other games have done it, but they've done it so it's fixed, like mission based, or you know, specific object. Like you are not allowed to just go, oh, I want this, so let me just go and get it. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. And that's what my worry is, that could be that is in my mind what might that is an option that could happen. It is a little bit of a strange, like thing to think about, but I assure you that I'm just trying to think of all possibilities here, because Ludia have done some pretty asinine stuff. Again, $100 Mosasaur pack, $40 for 3 months. These are the types of people we are dealing with. We have to consider every and all possibility, even if it makes little sense. Starts like I'm checking up on my Rajasaurus, because I'm preparing for the new update, of course, as you know. Any good Jurassic World players preparing for the new update. Now, I'm going to get to something else cool in a second. Now, I really want to talk about, while I'm also going to be talking about, what could happen that could be very bad, I want to talk about what good this is. This has the potential to be one of the most useful assets in the entirety of this game. There is, like, no competition to this trade harbor. And you think it is kind of weird, but it is true. One second. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn that off. It's just I'm not dealing with that. I'm sorry, but there's no sound. I'm just not dealing with this bullshit right now. I didn't even want to get into the game. I was like sitting there, I don't need to get into the game to show off this stuff. But then I realized I want to figure out where that is, because people have been, I know this is just pure absolute speculation. No one has any idea about this, but people have been suggesting that maybe it's a new island. I want to see if the geographic location in the picture is depicted anywhere in the park that I can clearly go that's where it's gonna be. So that I'm not gonna. So maybe we can get some hope, because I have been mentioning to a lot of other people, if Ludia keeps going at the rate of expansion that they currently are going at, then we might eventually run out of room, which is not a good thing. I don't think it'd be good for anyone if we ran out of room. Let's say now I am sorry. I just want to take out my Raja, because I'm using a Raja Stega and all that, or whatever it's gonna be called. Now let's move on. I'll get those coins later on my phone, when I can tap like a madman. Okay, now let's get to the bottom section of the island, because like it looks like it's in a, because we can see the way the beachfront is formed, and it looks like it's going like kind of like, yeah, okay. It looks more like a southern end of the island to me, because of the diagonal way the beach is the diagonal way the beach is forming. So, well, this thing decides to no, I didn't click on moving the fucking hotel. I clicked on the road and I'm dragging, but I mean, I don't know why I decided to open this. This is gonna take forever. Jeez. Alright, let's just keep examining this. Now, immediately, I think we've already found a good area that pretty well matches the description. By saying, wait, what? But look at the area. We can see a rock right up north of there. I mean, it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it is. It could, but I don't think it is. Because there are a couple of rocks in there. So maybe that could work. Maybe they'll just maybe they'll modify it. Maybe they'll modify a bit of the scenery. That's also another option there, is that they could modify a bit of the scenery. So looking over here could be absolutely worthless. It's definitely not over there, but it is over here somewhere. And it seems like the only section, like this beachfront right here, is kind of off a sheer cliff face. I don't think that one will work either. So, as far as I can tell, compared to where this picture is, the location of the picture suggests that this either is a modified area of the map or a new area. I would lean more towards the idea of just a modified, map area, which would actually mean a lot of good things. Maybe they could expand the size of the island if they modify the map, which would be a much better solution. But if it is a new area, I'm all up for it. I want to see what you got up your sleeve, Ludia. What do you got for a new area? I know it's not just gonna be an expansion of Jurassic because you don't want to add like, you know, Ice Age or anything crazy like that, but you know. So now that we got that, let's turn off the music for this game and then let's head back in. And I'm gonna show you guys what's even cooler than that. What's even cooler than this trade harbor. Oh jeez, come on. I don't care. Send me down. There we go. If you can't see that, it is a teaser for all 4 of the Raptors from Jurassic World: Blue, Charlie, Echo, and Delta. Now this is the thing people have been flipping their shit about and like, oh my god, you know, freaking out. And again, I sat back and I looked at it and I thought, how could this be bad? I know that's probably not the best way to be looking at things, but again, as I keep saying, this is Ludia. You have to expect some level of fuck up, like in some way. So let's think first off how this can be a bad thing, because the best way I believe to handle things is to look at what's the worst and then move on to what you think, you know, was the best. Let's think how this could be bad. First off, this could be just like the boss battles. We see them and we never ever get to use them. Like, the point would be completely lost if we couldn't use any of them. And we all know this is a perfectly viable possibility. Like, we could just get a Blue, Echo, Charlie, and Delta boss battle where all 4 of them are like together and making like a super raptor by combining their powers. I would actually like it as a boss battle if all 4 of them were there instead of just one raptor. It's all 4 of them, so they all 4 attack in unison, or not really, just like they attack coordinated and they get a lot more attack damage out of it. But then again, they wouldn't be immortal like the Omega and Valkyrie. But I don't know. I mean, I just think that'd be cool. Especially since there's only 3 dinosaur slots. How would you be able to fight all 4? You get what I'm talking about? Well, I guess they could, because they have Dino Stampede and all that. At least you could technically have all 4. But, that's my biggest worry, is that we would never get to touch them. Like, they are just, they're just for the NP, they're just for, you know, the non-playable character, AI, that we sometimes see them in battle. Like, I would just not want that. I don't think anyone would want that. It wouldn't be, you know, it would basically defeat the excitement completely. It would shoot everyone down, and we all know this is a perfect possibility. So, that's why I'm just telling you people to calm down and examine this, because we could get something really bad out of this. It is very possible we would never be able to use these raptors. Okay, I'm just being realistic. Now let's get on to the good parts so we can actually start discussing. What is good about this? First off, if this is the way that we wanted, a great deal of listening has been given by Ludia for once. And this would leave hope for a Baryonyx update, maybe with Brachiosaurus and Acrocanthosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus. You know, some really dinosaurs that we've been wanting for a while now. What I want out of this? Battle stages. Like the update gives us 5 new levels, and we've already seen a hint on their Twitter page, which I'm not opening here, that there is going to be a new Pterosaur in the update. And from what we can see here, this would add 4 unlockable raptors. 5, 1 bird, 4 raptors. That's fine. That's 5 levels right there. Perfectly fine. Actually, give me a bit. I just went to go confirm if that whole picture thing on Twitter about the Pterosaur was correct, but it doesn't seem like it is. So maybe I took it from the wrong place. I don't know my social media very well. I don't use it very often a lot of the times because I have no need for it. I never really use it. The one thing I do use it for is Jurassic World updates. because I'd like to know ahead of time what I'm getting myself into. And I'd like to know what hybrids to prepare for, of course. So either that could just be a Scaphognathus picture that people are looking at and freaking out about, not realizing that it's just Scaphognathus, but... or it's from some other site that I didn't recognize that has a similar layout, but I doubt it. So I don't think there is. I'm not gonna think there is a new small pterosaur, personally. So we have, but still, I'd like to have these guys be battle stage creatures. Maybe event creatures, I mean that would work too, but I would like it if we could just get them in the battle stages. Either all in one or in 4 different battles. So I've talked for, a while. I do think I could wrap this up. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the new update. I am cautious. I am always cautious. I am skeptical, and I am taking a step back and actually thinking about how this could, work out in the end. Because I don't want to get wrapped up in the hype. I really don't, because that leads to nothing but bad things. So, I just want to give my little piece here. Talk about the new pictures and trailers and whatever we've gotten. And, yeah, that's it.